Hey y'all. Whew. So I had like intentions on like upbeat, like super happy, like let me hype your week up. And then got some news and I was like, man, it kind of just changed the whole trajectory of what I wanted to speak on. The realities of life is that in a split second, everything could change just like that. So it's like you really have to make the most of every moment. And I know that's like so cliche and we say it so much and we say it and then we turn right back around and get caught up in the daily stuff, you know? And sometimes we get so caught up in the daily stuff that we just forget that we really supposed to be living and valuing and making the most of every opportunity we have here to breathe, to just live and breathe. Like we get so caught up in life, in bills and in going here and doing this and trying not to do that, and we just get caught up in the whole cycle, and then we miss the big picture of just living and being and loving and talking and taking the time and just, you know, like we just sometimes miss it. And then a death occurs and it all comes back to us like, hey, we really need to be valuing this time that we have. We really need to be making the most, doing the most, trying to really just major on the majors instead of majoring on the minors, right? And I know I'm guilty of that myself. Like we all are, because it's like we just get so caught up in things that kind of don't even matter. We tend to harp on so many negatives that we overlook the positives. You know, we talk about so many things that we need to start doing and need to stop doing, and we miss the things that just are, the things that are free, the things that you don't even have to change anything about it. It's just there for you to just enjoy, you know, and to just love on and to just, you know, embrace and be a part of it and enjoy the moments. Like we miss out on the moments that are there for us by God, from God. We miss out on that trying to create more. Trying to create more and be a part of stuff that may not even be in God's plan for us to be a part of. You know, we spend so much time, you know, want to embrace other people and have this and have that with them, that we miss just being thankful and grateful for the people who just already there. Right? It's weird, you know, and I ain't just saying other people, because as I'm talking, I'm thinking about, you know, those same areas in my life where I missed the mark, you know, because we all miss it. It ain't no sense in saying that we don't, because we do. You know, I mean, how many times do I think about, like, you know, getting married and stuff like that, and then I ain't even talked to my brother, you know, like he's here for free. He's here by blood, like God ordained. He's here, and my mind is on all the things I can't wait to do with my husband. And then it's days go by and I ain't even talk to my brother, you know. So I just encourage everybody to, you know, be mindful of that and just do the best we can with the things that we already have, the things that we've already been blessed with, you know. And like they all, you know, they say, like, you know, we want more, but we ain't even thankful for what we have. And maybe it's not that we feel like we ain't thankful, because yeah, we glad that we have the stuff that we have, and we say we love the stuff and the people that we have, but actually showing it and being present and showing up in a way that shows we love it, shows that we love them, And I just say, man, listen, my condolences definitely go out to the family right now. And, anybody else that's experiencing death, because we all have to come to that at some point. That's something that we all have to travel that path at some point. Somebody near and dear to us gonna pass. We are gonna pass. That's the realities of this life. For me, I think it's the hardest thing that life has presented to me. And I mean, some of the closest people to me I have lost, right? And it don't never get no easier. Everybody means different things to you. So even though you may have taken that loss a couple times, it still hits different, because everybody have their own separate place and space in your heart and in your life. So it's new every time it hit. After losing one friend, losing two friends, I thought that the third one would be better, but no, that the third one hit me even harder, because the first two, they was my homeboys like a brother. But then when my homegirl, my best friend, who I had been friends with since we were children, 5 years old, at daycare, right? When she passed, that hit me on a whole different level, because I'm like, this is my girl that I talk to about everything. If it's anything going on in my life, she will know. And it was nobody else in my life that would have known all the things that she knew, right? Like, she was really my go-to, So that thing hit me, man. Listen, that thing hit me on a whole different kind of level, And here it is. I'm thinking like, okay, I do this. I can handle death. My two homeboys passed, and I used to be with them every day. Every death is different. And then when my mama passed after that, like, that was different. That was so different that, like, even after she passed, I found myself like finna go to her house sometimes. Like, I used to get off work and I'd go by her house in the morning when I got off. And I felt myself still about to do that sometimes. And then I had to remember, like, she ain't even there. So that was weird to me. Like, wow, like, so every death hits you different. I don't care what it is. It's a different person. They meant something different. They played a different position in your life. So it's understandable that some of them you gonna cry a little harder for. Some of them you may not cry as hard, but internally it may bother you, on a different level. So it's hard. I've been talking to one of my friend girls here lately. Here, she lost one of her uncles a couple months ago, and then it ain't even been 6 months, I don't think, and boom, she done lost her other uncle. So their family is really going through it right now, And like I tell her, this is one of the hardest things that we face in life. For me, like it's a tough pill to swallow, because you have to figure out how you gonna deal with that thing, and then you have to figure out how you can assist the other people who are dealing with it that's in your life. How you gonna assist, because everybody don't fare well in death. The death of some people changes some people's whole life from that point on. Everybody don't handle that well, moving on with their life. Some people don't move on in a healthy manner. So not only do you have to deal with it, but then now you have to help other people navigate through that same thing, So it's just one of them things in life that, it's a hard pill to swallow, but we all have to, that's medicine we all have to take, So I just came on just to say, take a little time just to love on the people who, are really near and dear to your heart. People who are, present, who show up for you when you need them to show up for you, who, make themselves available to you when you're in need. Even when you're not in need, they just show up and they like, hey, listen, I'm here. What's going on with you? How you doing? You know, I think it's important. And I know with myself, a lot of times I get super busy and life is just going on. And, months have passed and I have to just say, like, let me just take time to check in with everybody, And then I just, boom, go through my phone and just, hey, how you doing? What's up? Just checking on, just run down the list, and check on people. Because, yeah, sometimes we just get caught up in life and all the things that ain't even as important. And then when something done happen to the people, then you like, dang, I wish I would have had another moment, or I wish I, could have just talked to them again, or, and those things you can't, you can't do those things. When they're gone, But what you can do is have less and less moments like that by showing up and, being as present as you can when you can. Sometimes you can't be as present as you want. Sometimes you can't get in contact with people. Sometimes people just like you, they busy. So they ain't returning calls, or they living their life. They ain't getting at you. Sometimes people mad with you, holding grudges, just attitudes, It's life. Everybody, have done it or maybe even going through it at some point, And all I say to that is you just got to make sure that, hey, if that's somebody that you're not talking to and you that mad with them, just make sure that, hey, if you get that call or that text that say, hey, lights out on them, that you could deal with that. That you ain't gonna, what choice do you have but to deal with it? It'll be done, right? But that don't mean that you're gonna fare well internally, emotionally, or mentally. When it's done, if you had an attitude with them, or you was mad with them, or whatever the situation was, just make sure that you were able to handle it. If you get that call and say, hey, it's done, So I try to be in good situations with people. That's the goal. But that's not always the case. Everybody probably has somebody that, hey, I ain't talking to them right now. Hey, we just don't talk. That's just the relationship that we have, And sometimes that's just how things are. It's people right now that I'm in that situation with that, hey, we just don't talk. We just don't see eye to eye, And that's just what it is. And in my mind, I have wrapped, my mind around that, hey, if I get that call, can I handle that? I try to always think like that, You and them ain't talking, or y'all, bumping heads right now. If you get that call, are you going to be on the floor hollering, or are you going to be, able to say, hey, that's just how things were with us. But hey, I could carry on. I know I didn't do anything, so detrimental to them that I got to carry some guilt with me, When you've done all that you could do for a situation, you don't have to carry no guilt about that. You did everything that you could do, and you did everything that you wanted to do, Because if the reality is that, hey, you reached out, but the person didn't reach back out to you, or if, y'all just weren't seeing eye to eye, y'all mindsets were totally different, and y'all just couldn't agree to agree or agree to disagree. That's just what it is. Every situation ain't gonna be fixed. Some people just not gonna be on one accord and just not gonna be able to deal with each other, or be in relation with each other for whatever reason. And I feel like that's okay. Just don't be, cutting up. Just don't be, backstabbing, trying to make people's life harder. Throwing rocks behind your hands. Just don't make people's life worse. If you and them can't be in the same space or be in each other's life comfortably, and be cordial and decent with each other, then just get out of each other's life and go on. That's the best thing that you could do for each other. If you cannot dwell in the same space, mentally, emotionally, physically, get out the way. Go on. This is a big old world with tons of people in it. You don't have to be in the same space and situations with people when you know that, y'all just not seeing eye to eye. Or, hey, the season is up. The season has come and the season has gone. Now you get gone. Go on about your business. That's the best thing you could do. With love. In love. Hey, we not together. We don't deal with each other, but I don't have nothing bad to say about that joker. I don't have nothing. We don't really talk, but I don't have anything negative to say about her. Like, that's the position that I'm walking in and I'm trying to move in my life, because I understand that sometimes things end. And one day it will end for good, right? At least on this side of the earth. So I just encourage y'all to, hey, major on the majors. This week, today, major on the majors, not the minors. So many things that just don't even matter in the big scheme of things. Try to focus on the things that, really hold weight in your life. Focus on the people that really hold weight in your life. Focus on the people who are proven, solid, tried and true. They're going to be there. They want to be there. They've been there. They've shown up for you. Like, those the people that you should be like, big salute to, because you've been there. It's always funny to me how new people come in people's life, and then people act like they are the creme de la creme. And it's like, come on, like, that person just showed up, like, I've been here, been doing this, yeah. But okay, that's your best friend now. Y'all have that. Yeah, I've been here for how many years? Now that's your best friend. I don't say, okay, cool. Because truthfully, you have to get to a point of emotional intelligence where you respect that person's decision. You don't have to like it, but you respect it. Because at the end of the day, they have to be able to deal with the decisions that they make for their own life. All you have to do is be able to accept that was their choice. You don't have to like their choice, but you respect that, hey, they had every right to make that choice. You respect it, salute, you let them go on and handle their business however they want to handle it. No, with no heaviness in your heart about it, you let it go. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but you just ask God to help you with that, because it's many things I have to ask God to, really just help me with that. I don't want to hold no grudges. I don't want to be beefing with nobody. Like, none of that. Like, that's how I keep myself, like, stress-free, and at peace. Like, I don't let stuff weigh down on my heart. My heart is so heavy with, like, I don't like that's an uncomfortable situation for me. I don't let my heart get weighed down too long about people and about things and about decisions that they make, even about decisions that I need to make. I go ahead and make that decision, and hey, let that be that. I might change my mind about it in 2-3 days or something, or the same day, me sometimes, but I at least will make the decision, but I'm not going to let it just weigh on me and bother me or whatever, and if I make, one thing I always say is that a bad decision, it does not take long for you to realize that it's a bad decision, right? It shows up pretty swiftly that it was a bad decision, So try to make the best decisions that you can make with your life. Love on the people that you can, especially love on the people that's loving on you. I love that, though. People showing up for you, love on them. People checking in on you, love on them. I have one friend, and he definitely heavy on my mind right now anyways, but like I always say, man, you always check on me. Like, that's so dope to me. Like, I appreciate that. Because I know you don't have to, So if ever and whenever he's in need, or if there's something that I could do for him, I'm going to show up and do that for him, Like, I may not even know what the need is, but hey, if he say, B, I need XYZ, like, I'm showing up. Like, if I could do it, it's done, just because I appreciate you just checking in on me, especially when you somebody like me, you don't have any kids, you're single, so when a person actually, care enough to just check in on you, like, yeah, like I have to salute that. I have to respect that. I have to be like, yeah. So if things come up in their life that, hey, they need my presence, I'm there. Like, let me know, Um, so yeah, y'all, enjoy the rest of your day. And hey, it may be some people that you might need to reach out to, call them, say what's up, just check in on them. Let them know you're thinking about them. Because we're some prideful people. This is Black History Month. And Black folks, we some prideful people. It be things going on in our life and we won't tell nobody. We stressed out about it. We doing bad. But we always try to make a front like we're doing good. Like, it's okay. I ain't gonna say everybody do that, because you have those people that every time you talk to them, something wrong with them. It's always bad. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the other people, they got a little pride about them and a little ego, and they just never let you know when things going bad. Guess who that is? That's me a lot of times. It take a lot to be going on for me to be like, hey, I'm struggling with this. So I've been working on that, trying to not be that and let people know, like, hey, I need help with this right now. This is really bothering me, pray for me or whatever, so I'm working on that, because I am ain't nothing ever wrong, let me tell it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just choose to talk to God about it. I choose to have super duper faith that he gonna come through and he gonna straighten it out, and he do. And not always in the way that I wanted him to, but when I say God shows up for me, like, he show up for me. Real deal, Whether he use my friends, whether he use strangers, but he show up. He show up. And so if you are a person maybe like me, that you really don't want people in your space or your business, you really don't want to share all the things going on, hey, I say pray. Talk to God about it. Just you and him. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Let him ease your mind, ease your soul, ease your spirit. Like, ease your heart, take that heaviness off of you. That's my recommendation. But hey, everybody have their own go-to. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people, have their significant others that's their confidant. Some people have their best friends, some people have their kids that they tell everything to. Whatever it is that helps you to navigate through these seasons, because there's a lot of people going through some things. A lot of people, and a lot of what I'm realizing is that just because we get older don't mean that we able to navigate things better. Some people, I'm seeing that as we get older, they getting tired of every time you look around at something, and it's really starting to wear on them. So age doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be able to start navigating things better and it's just going to get better. No, sometimes things get tougher and tougher, So I just say, whatever your source is, whatever your source of strength, whoever your source of strength is, lean on them sometimes. Reach out to them, Let them know, hey, I'm having a tough time. Don't try to navigate everything by yourself and alone. That's why we're here on this earth with people. You just have to find the right people that you can really trust, that you can really, just be your authentic self with. I have some solid people in my life that I can really just be myself with. I don't have to put on no shows. I don't have to do none of that. Now, because I don't run to them every time I'm in a terrible situation, or every time, I'm feeling some kind of way, I run to them with all of that. But nevertheless, I know that if I need to, I could. If I needed to run to them and just cry and break down, I could without judgment. And I think everybody needs those kind of people in their life, And hey, you may need to be that person that a person feels comfortable enough to just run to and just break down and just cry and just, hey, whatever you need to do. You need to come lay on my bed. You need to come lay on the couch. I don't have no furniture in here that people can't sit on. I always told myself I would never have furniture anywhere that I can't lay on, sit on, be comfortable with. It ain't that nice. It ain't that nice. I don't care what I pay for. It ain't that nice. That is too good for people. I don't have nothing that's too good for people. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. If I have it, you can have it. It could be brand new. If you want it, you can have it. It's very few things that I won't lose and that I'm married to. I always say that I ain't married to that. I ain't married to no phone numbers. Change my phone number all the time. I ain't married to no furniture. I change that up. Like, I'm just not married to things. But people, the people who really mean something to me, I love them people. But the things, I ain't married to those. I got more things than I just had to rearrange my closet last night. I have more things than I even need. I need to stop getting stuff. Truth be told, wasting, money. But I will say this: I also give a lot. I give a lot. Give you, like, it's nothing for me to take bags of stuff, wigs, clothes, shoes. Some stuff I wear one time and don't wear it again. Not because anything wrong with it, just because I took too many pictures in it and I'm not going to wear it again and take no pictures in it. That's where we at right now in life, I guess. I don't know, but sometimes I do. But I know enough to say, hey, somebody gonna wear this a lot. Somebody could use this. So I make sure I take it to the women's shelter or wherever, there's a need at. Get that stuff away, because somebody gonna wear it, somebody gonna use it. So I never feel like the stuff I'm buying, I may be wasting the money at the time, because I could be using it on something else. But it's not a waste what I'm getting for myself, because essentially I'm gonna pass that on to somebody else who definitely needs it. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up, and hopefully y'all got something useful out of this, because it is always my heart's desire to come and say something that somebody needs, that somebody can use. So enjoy the rest of your day.